Okay, everybody. So this is Andre, and I'm going to do this quick video on the EVP Turn Key System, and we'll just do it real quick. I want to be all night. So basically, what this is a turnkey system for anybody who goes EVP because we're moving fast, y'all. We're moving at lightning speed. Our team is spread like wildfire. So I'm putting things in place right now because I want to be prepared because as this thing continues to grow and as it continues to grow fast, we need to have measures in place so that we can continue to perpetually grow and we have unification and duplication going down within our organization. So number one, um, when you go EVP, when you bring a new person aboard your team as an EVP, you start training your new people. The first thing you want to do is you want to send them over to promote the EVP sheet. It's pretty self-explanatory. They can go right down each point, fill that out, have them fill out that sheet. I think Tony Chapman is the one who did it best. Fills out the sheet, type in the information, send it right back to the upline EVP. Okay, second thing is you want to email them over the PAR sheet. Or they can go on extradigitmovement.com and download the PAR sheet. That's the name list. You want that 25 to 50 name list sent over to you, okay? You want to make sure they get that sent to you. Second thing is you want to send them over the presentation. I have it set up in the email. If you go to our website, www.unifyanduplicate.weebly.com. You can also find that in our Facebook group. Send them over. I have a little template, an email template that I use underneath the presentation tab. So send them over the presentation. I use the 4 videos from Brian Bean. You can also use Extra Digit Movement website. We'll have them watch the first 4 videos on the homepage. One of the reasons why I don't use that is because it's long, it's an hour long. I try to have them watch in 30 minutes and be out, okay? And go into our interview process. Part sheet is their list. You want to get at least 50 names and phone number. Send that back to you. Just because they do the list, you want it emailed to you. Hear me and hear me well. Have them email it to you so both of you all have a copy of it. And that way you can hold them accountable for going through that whole list. Have we talked to everybody on this list? Number 3, schedule a role play. Before you do any invites, 24 to 48 hours, you want to get back on the phone with them. You want to make sure you answer any questions that they might have, see how they're going with their promoted EVP sheet, see how the PAR sheet is coming along. Did they receive the presentation? And then you want to schedule a role play. Schedule a time for you all to get together for about an hour and practice peeking and inviting. Peeking and inviting, okay? Practice whatever they feel comfortable with. If they're just good enough to peek, then role play that, okay? Number 4, peek, invite, and follow up. You want to do this within 24 to 72 hours of them getting started. So again, we want to come in, we want to move fast, we want to get that list done, we want to move with precision because they only have 3 weeks to go EVP. Okay, so you want to peak. This is what you are going to do live. This is live. You want to peak together. You want to have them peak somebody, get on the phone, do the invite, and then do follow up. You want to do 3 to 10 of those a day. The record is 10. If anybody can beat that, then they will hold the record. I had one guy do 10 invites in one day. He peaked them, and then we got on the phone, listened to me invite them, and then we scheduled follow-ups. We did 10 of those in a day. He wore me out. That was held by Mr. Kevin. So very, very excited about that. So we want to do those live in 24 to 72 hours of getting started. Number 5 is contact new teammate. This is the EVP. Contact your new teammate daily or every other day for the first 30 days of them getting started. You want to contact them daily or every other day, whether through text, whether through email, whether through phone call, Facebook, pigeons, what have you. You want to contact them in their first every day or every other day in their first 30 days. You want to keep contact with them, see how they're doing. Number 6, you want to PDR the system. You want to role play this, go through the system. Make sure they can say it back to you. Step 1 is to invite or peek. All right. Step 2, send over the presentation. Step 3, schedule a follow-up call. Step 4, plugging in. They must get on training. It is a must that they get on a training call on Thursday night at 10 o'clock. must, if they can't do that, do not bring them aboard the team. It's detrimental to a person succeeding here that they get on the training call, okay? I'm gonna say it again, it's detrimental to their success if they get trained. Every company that brings aboard new people, they always send them through training first so they can have them have success in that particular company. We are the exact same way. This is not a thing. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a little, little poop around thing. We can make big money here, so they must be able to come to train. Number 7, do follow-up calls. This is when they become a pro at inviting on their own. You want to get them to the point where they're so good at inviting, well, all you're doing now with them is just follow-up calls. They've invited, they peaked, they've invited, they sent them over the presentation, they scheduled a follow-up call, they told you when that follow-up call is, and now you're just marking on your calendar the times to do follow-up calls with them. And number 8, evaluate each week. You want to get together with that person at the end of the week, especially in their first 3 weeks of going EVP. Where are we at? What we need to do? We want to at least have one person committed to getting started each week. That would put you at EVP in 3 weeks, okay? Minimum. That's slow. Now, we have people go EVP in 1 day, so don't limit yourself. But at minimum, 3 weeks, okay? I hope I'm saying that right. But for the most part, in 3 weeks, you want to go EVP, okay? And these are some points you want to remember. I'll come back and do the second page later. Here it says make sure they can explain the system back to you. So you want them to be able to say step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The reason why I say that because I've been doing that with people lately, going through the system, and then they still go and do whatever they want to do, not being coachable. So I want to make sure that I know that they know that they know that I know they know the system. Okay. Number 2, must be EVP in 3 weeks or less. If we can't do that, then we're just pooping along. We're not talking to enough people. We're messing around. We gotta press this issue because we have a system in place that allow you to make 6 figures in a year if you work this system, and everybody gets on the system. And last but not least, make sure future EVPs understand that his or her first 3 people will train with you, the EVP, and that they know how to explain that to them. So if I bring aboard a James, or I'll bring aboard a Andre, or bring aboard a Alex, or bring aboard a Mr. Abel, I want to let them know that when you go EVP, your first 3 people, as we go out and talk to your first 3 people and bring them aboard this team, not your first 3, but your first 3 that come aboard your team, they are going to be a part of what's called your EVP team, okay? They're part of your EVP team, meaning when they go EVP, any of those 3 go EVP, you receive an override, or what we call passive income, of 50% of whatever they do, minus the $1,000 bonus. So you won't get $500, but you will get half of whatever else that their organization that they receive, okay? So, but you need to let them know that they're going to be working with, they're going to be trained by your upline EVP. They'll still be, because they're going to be in your upline EVP's base shop. Okay, so they're gonna your first 3 is gonna go into their base shop, and just like your new people, once you start entering your base shop, their first 3 people will go into your base shop. It's a beautiful thing, but we want to make sure we have that communication going. So you're gonna make sure you let them know that you're gonna be training with me and Andre Sullivan. You're gonna be training with me and Andre Simpson. We're gonna be working together. He'll be training you the most because he's better at this than I am, and he's training me. So I want to make sure that you get trained properly by the master copy. Does that make sense? So make sure that they understand that. EVPs, make sure your people can explain that to their people when they get started. All right. So we're going to stop right there. And any questions or anything, holler at me and we'll get them answered. But there is your turnkey system. All right. Thanks.